Forget the car payment, forget the overdue. Think about the mortgage or union dues. Think about the moment, think about your friends. Head out to the rocks until the hurting ends. I'll spend Sunday on the rocks. Oh, another Sunday on the rocks. All right. When you have to get away and look up in the sky, just think about the time she made you laugh and the time she made you cry. Forget the car payment, forget the overdue. Think about the mortgage or union dues. Think about the moment, think about your friends. Head out to the rocks until the hurting ends. I'll spend Sunday on the rocks. Oh, another Sunday on the rocks. Yeah, another Sunday on the rocks. Sunday on the rocks.
Happy Hump Day, Walrus Nation. We're here for the Walrus Attacks podcast for May 16th, 2018. Stick around. Got a lot of fun and entertainment for you.
Rolling down the highway of life, just a gypsy with a full tank of gas. Not sure where my next meal's from. Put down the pedal and sing into the sun. Moonshine, light my way. Won't you take me down south to stay? Tomorrow is one more day. So moonshine, light my way. And all aboard and we're ready to go. Rocking down the highway to another sold-out show. And I smoke because I roll my own. Reading all the billboards telling me to go home. Moonshine, light my way. Won't you take me down south to stay? Tomorrow is said, back on the road again. Got myself lost way out of town. Said a prayer to the dashboard, and I would not back down. Moonshine, light my way. Won't you take me down south to stay? Tomorrow is one more day. So moonshine, light of my way. Coming through the fog at the line. Better cross your fingers that you'll make it home alive. Shadows jump out in front of my car. Keep your dice on the dashboard and your lightning in the jar. Moonshine, light my way. Won't you take me down south this day? Tomorrow is one more day. So moonshine, light of my way. I let moonshine light of my way. Thank you, that's
Good morning to you, Walrus Nation. It's a hump day. Get your hump on, and it's a downhill slide into the weekend from here. Though the rain set in last night, and after yesterday's beautiful weather here in the Mid-Atlantic, a little humid, but, not bad. It's a good day. And then the heavens opened up last night. Hope everyone's property went unscathed through the lightning and not mild, winds weren't horrible, but, lightning strikes and things of that nature. Trees still tend to come down when the rains are that heavy, and flooding was a bit of an issue. As I was out and about last night, was trying to move a lawnmower for a brother-in-law of mine to have it worked on, and the rains prevented that. I'm sorry, I'm reading text messages and trying to talk to y'all at the same time. Portions of the Walrus Nation are headed to various locations this morning. The Road Ho is headed to Myrtle Beach for the last weekend of that rally. And our buddy Spoo is actually toting a car down to Ocean City, Maryland for Car Week or some car show going on down there. Boss's vehicle is going to be in it, and so Spoo's taking care of business for his boss. Road Ho's headed to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Guys, travel safe and enjoy yourselves, and don't do anything I wouldn't do, which doesn't leave much. So have a great time. Just don't get caught doing it. And for those of you that are out there on the road, John, our buddy John Quirk, he's out there getting her done. Make sure you're safe too, and look for standing water still, especially here in the Baltimore metropolitan area here on the Mid-Atlantic. A lot of rain came down last night, a lot of it. So I hope you all are traveling safe and enjoy yourselves when you get to your final destinations. And thank you, because both of them said, man, I got you in our ear. We're right here with you. Thanks to each and every one of you that take the time out of your day to listen live or to listen at your leisure. And be sure you spread the word. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. Hell, I don't care if you tell your enemies. Just tell somebody that the Walrus Attacks podcast is back and available for your listening pleasure, either at your leisure or live on Monday. Right now we're going to do Monday through Friday, 10 to 1. Pam Pie and I were discussing it. May do something in the evenings. Our buddy Dave Benzotti with Benzotti Live does quite well with his podcast doing it at night. It's a heavy metal show, and be sure to check it out here on Spreaker. Also, it's Benzotti Live. Got over 800 episodes and is listened to in over 77 countries. I didn't even know there was 77 countries on this damn planet. But Benzotti does, because he's got listeners in every damn one of them. And we want to give a shout out to a lot of folks. I keep forgetting a lot of people each and every day to thank who has helped me get here. Our colleague Huffy the Clown, he's an entertainer, does biker balloons, and he can do everything from kid parties to adult parties, you know what I'm saying. But Huffy the Clown's very cool dude. He's very fun to hang around, and I'm looking forward to seeing him out at the Coon Club June 2nd. In Carroll County, Maryland. It's a bike day at the Coon Club. It's an all-day event. It's hosted and emceed by our dear friend Roger from Bad Bunny Entertainment. And he's offered me the opportunity to come out and help him there and be a part of the party that day. And I know Huffy's going to be there, so we're looking forward to seeing him. And thanks, Huffy, for helping me get going here and getting the Walrus back to doing what he does. And also, L's County Line Bar and Grill here in the Baltimore-Harford County area has become one of the hottest motorcycle destinations. Get out for a ride, go by for some good food, good entertainment, and very cold adult beverages. The beer's cold if you enjoy a little cold beer with your lunch and your music. L's County Line Bar and Grill, that's the place to do it. We appreciate them so much. And we'll be mentioning other sponsors throughout the day. And if you know anybody that would benefit, their business or product would benefit from being exposed to the Walrus Nation, be sure to have them send me an email, or if it's your business, send me one. It's TYAROSH01. It's my first initial and last name, 01, at gmail.com. I'll be glad to work out a package for you that will fit your budget and help your business grow by exposing it and sharing it with the Walrus Nation. I've got your daily dope coming up later, your dose of positive energy, some fun stories to share with you and share my opinion on them and my take on them. But first, I want to spend a minute complaining. And I know I probably complain way too much for somebody that really don't have nothing to complain about. Here we go. If technology is so damned advanced and we can send, why is it your phone slows down 10 days before your bill? I know it's data usage and all that. When we had 5 phones on our plan, never run out of data. Now, the oldest daughters, she'd complain, my phone's slowing down. I don't know why she was getting shortchanged, but I never had no problem. Now, the kids have all got grown up and became responsible, got their own phones. Pampai got a company phone, and now I'm the only phone on the plan. And yet, how do I don't know if they've reduced my data or after we dropped all the other phones or what, but holy crap. And it's amazing how impatient we can get. There was a time we didn't have phones like this. We didn't have the ability to ask Google anything on your phone and get an answer to it instantly. We usually had to go look it up somewhere, ask somebody. Now you just ask Google. But yet, once you've asked or done it so many times, you got a limit, and you've asked too many damn questions this month. You're being shut down. Either that or you're just on your phone too much. We want you to do something else in life. Get off the phone. And the internet, I don't know if everybody else's home internet does this. During the middle of the day, like right about, it's just before I start the show, 9:30, when most people are supposed to be at work and all the kids should be at school by now, my speed increases dramatically. But about 4:30, in between that time frame, that 30-minute window, as kids start getting home from school, and people start getting home from work, even my in-house internet slows down. It's like everybody jumps on the internet train, and of course it's a traffic jam in cyberspace or something. And not knocking who we have, but just so you know, we've got Verizon Fios, which seems to work fine. But why is the cyber circuit highway gets so jammed up like I-6, like 695 during rush hour? And I don't even know if that's how it works, because all I know is I turn my laptop on and turn the encoder on, and I'm here with you all. Outside of that, I got no clue as to how you find me, how, you're on your phones listening to me, traveling to Ocean City, traveling to Myrtle Beach, doing your daily routes with your truck. I got to know how, is it hitting a satellite? Is it, being beamed in by aliens? I don't know how it works, but I know it slows the hell down. And as far as advanced technology is, can't we fix this? I think we could. But other people tell me it's my service. I've got Sprint. I've had them for a gazillion years. And hell, they got Paul from Verizon saying, hey, we're only 1% less effective. Well, apparently that 1% is a very drastic change. All right, listen, I'm done complaining for the day. I've got fun and entertainment for you. Your daily dope coming up in the program. Stick around. Welcome to the party, y'all.
Taking over me. Is this who you wanna be? that shadows me. It tells me in the end that all you'll be is two faces. Whoa, two faces. Ooh, two faces that seem to look like you. That seem to look like you. Two faces. Which one protects the truth? Which one protects the truth? Two faces. Two faces.
Happy Hump Day to you, Walrus Nation. If you've caught the glimpse of the TV at all in the past 48 hours, hearing the whole world's counting down to two things. The second jewel of the Triple Crown being run here in Baltimore at Pimlico Racecourse for the Preakness Stakes. And this floppy-eared redheaded dude that lives across the ponds marrying some chick from America. He's apparently a prince, and she's apparently a biracial divorcee, and that's some big deal. Okay, I don't care. Why as Americans do we get so caught up in the royals? Now, we were just as caught up in William and Kate's wedding, and neither one of them were from America. But now, and it happened once in the past, some prince from over there married an American actress or something, and I don't know. History's repeating itself, and everybody's flipping the hell out because Meghan Markle is going to be the new Duchess of something over there, and married to Prince Harry. It turns out his real name's Henry. I read that somewhere. They put in parentheses, Harry. Prince Henry something of somewhere. Like Kate's, what's the Duchess of Cambridge, and Meghan Markle's going. But why do we care? Some people are making a big deal is because, there had to be such exceptions made by the Queen because she had been married before. Well, Prince Charles is divorced. The future king is William's son. What is him? Prince George. You know, we don't care. They're like everybody else. The royals are not above marital issues, marital failures, and let them get married. Why does 17.8 billion people have to at 4:30 in the damn morning, Saturday morning? That's when this thing airs. You know, NBC is usually the network we watch in this house in the mornings, you know, and the Today Show's going over there live. They're going to broadcast. All right, DVDs, DVRs for all you fancy people that's got all that high-tech stuff. I think we do now. We may be able to, but why? It's just another wedding. They're going to be, and the big deal of her daddy having heart surgery. God bless him. Let's be more worried about the old man. You know, is Pop going to be all right? You guys do your nuptials and take care of business, and we'll keep following the news on your dad because, you know, you're marrying a prince. You're the fairy tale story of every little girl in the world that, you know, she had to kiss a frog. Look at that floppy-eared thing. He did turn out to be a more handsome man than he was a child. Them ears, man, when he was a kid, and that bright red hair, boy, looked like Howdy Doody. But he grew into his ears, and that bright red hair now makes him look like the guy from the Rust-Oleum commercials back in the day. Anyway, I'll be glad when this wedding is over. I'm tired of hearing about the Royals, and not like the baseball Royals. I mean the bunch from across the pond. And Meghan Markle is going to go off and live this fairy tale happy life. God bless you. Good luck. The rest of the world's praying for your pop and his open heart surgery. This is the Walrus Attacks podcast on Spreaker.com. Thanks for spending part of your hump day with me. And for those traveling, keep on trucking, fellas, and I hope the traffic stays clear for you. I'll be back soon with more entertainment. And don't forget your daily dopes coming up later on in the program.
Short sets, long breaks, and big money.
Well, way back when she used to play, I had to listen to what the man would say. Play all night till you get it right. All we could do was fuss and fight. Then one day we got that call, time to do a show in a concert hall. When we saw Green in hand, all we could making her glad, making a living in front of a mic. I never met a dollar that I didn't like. We're making a living and I'm making some cash. We got the money, honey, now we got the plan. Short sets, long breaks, big money. Sitting back in my easy chair, thinking about the times when we were there. One day soon I'll be 6 foot down. Don't you worry, honey, now don't you frown. I'm up in heaven with a dancing fool, making my music and setting my rules. Short sets, long breaks, big money. Short sets, long breaks, big money. Yeah.
Happy Hump Day to you, Walrus Nation. It's that time of year. People are getting ready for students to graduate high school and make preparations this summer to head off to college and all of those things. And big moments when you leave middle school and go to high school. Well, I found a story. Middle schools nowadays and things have graduations and things of that nature and have yearbooks and what have you. So this it's a science academy, and I'm not exactly sure where the school is, but it's a Sonoran Science Academy. They allowed these students to fill out their own statements to be made with their pictures. You know, they actually didn't vote these kids to do these things. These were self-designated appointments. And these are 8th grade and under students now. One young lady said she's going to be voted most likely to steal gang members' food. Why, I don't know. Another student's most memorable moment was when someone got stabbed with a pencil. But all of the hoopla is focused around one boy's self-designation that his comment was he was voted most likely to bomb the United States. These are middle school and elementary grade aged students. He thought it would be funny. Well, the parents involved with this school did not. There's all kinds of uproar about it, and most parents are saying they want to see what the school is going to do to prevent this kind of thing from happening again. And where are your children getting the ideas that these are good things? That this is funny. I'm voted most likely to bomb the U.S. No, not in today's social climate. That's not a good joke, son. A bad plan. And what are your kids watching? Well, what are you exposing your children to? Your most memorable moment was when somebody got stabbed with a pencil? What school? This doesn't sound like a science academy. It sounds like a training camp for future Bloods and Crips. Going to steal gang members' food, and I'm voted most likely to bomb the U.S. That's excellent. Good on our education system here in America. Great day in the morning. This is why we need a dose of dope every day. Dose of positive energy, your daily dope. Because stuff like this makes you wonder, what the hell the future going to be? Scary is what it's going to be. I'm glad I ain't going to be here for it. Well, at some point, we all check out. Not trying to be negative, but, you know, the reality is someday we're all out of here, and hopefully I'll be out of here before the craziness gets to a whole new level. What were you voted most likely to do? Or what would you be now? What would your I'm voted most likely to do what? That's probably a good Walrus Wonders question of the day. Today's question is up. Find it on my Facebook personal page or my fan page, Thunder Walrus. The question of the day, what cartoon character best exemplifies you and your personality? Pampa said Daffy Duck, and Paul Fabiano from Vendor Life TV says Ricochet Rabbit, and I don't even know who the hell that is. I'm going to have to go check out who Ricochet Rabbit is. If you know, share it with me. Tell me who it is. If not, I'll look it up here on my slow damned internet. That's what I'm going to look for, is an internet sponsor. Somebody to give me a steady phone and internet service, whether I'm on my phone or on my laptop. I've always been an impatient person, and the internet was good for me because it was fairly quick. You know, I could get the answers and find the things I wanted fairly quickly. But now I feel like I'm on a 7-minute time delay instead of a 7-second time delay. That's just my gripe, and those are my hurdles to overcome. Remember, yesterday's everything is either an opportunity to grow or an obstacle to prevent you from growing. You have to figure out what it is and treat it accordingly. Today's Daily Dope's coming up here later on in the program. This is the Walrus Attacks podcast on Spreaker.com. Welcome to the show, y'all.
This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. Our nation is under attack. Approximately 93 minutes ago, at exactly 5:37 p.m., a wave of nuclear warheads struck 11 of our cities. There is chaos in the streets, fleeing, pandemonium, and panic. Martial law has been established. Everyone is to remain indoors. All looters and rioters will be treated as enemies of the state. All enemies will be dealt with swiftly and severely. There is but one punishment.
Only death is real.
How do you make the good times last? Don't ever let the party end. Every day is a party, and you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. Not that I promote alcoholism or anything, but hey, we all have our coping mechanisms. Hey, I wanted to run down upcoming dates where you can come out and catch me in person starting this weekend. Good Lord willing, Mother Nature holds out for us here, and we will be able to pull these events off. This Saturday, May the 19th, at Uncle Bob's Corral in the Woods. It's the first annual Outlawed Jamboree. It's a day full of music and entertainment. There is an outside pavilion where people will be seated, and the music and stages will all be set up. For those of us that'll be there vending, well, we got to bring our own tents, and we're waiting to see. But I believe this is a rain or shine event. The Outlaw Jamboree. Then on the 20th, the very next day, just a little bit down the road in Rock Hall, Maryland, it's their annual Spring Bike Fest for 2018. There at Rock Hall Landing. Come on down. If the weather holds out, we'll be there also. Keeping our fingers crossed. Then June the 2nd, we'll be out in Carroll County, Maryland for the Bike Day at the Coon Club. Music, entertainment, a lot of biker games, wet t-shirt contests, and all those fun things. It is an over 21 and over event, and I like those because, you know, if Bike Week or bike rallies were family events, motorcycles would have 4 doors. You either want to teach your children about the life and expose them to things at an appropriate time, or you don't. If you don't, leave them home because, you know, I'm the most inappropriate person on the planet. So if I'm going to be at an event, you can bet it's probably an over 21 unless otherwise stated. So June the 2nd, we're out at the Coon Club in Carroll County, Maryland. Then June the 10th, we'll be in Elkton, Maryland at 300 Newark Avenue, Elkton, Maryland. It's an event put on by the Knights of the Fallen. It's the 2nd annual Operation Redline Poker Run and Ride-In Motorcycle Show. Come on by and see us there. Then July the 14th, it's another event in Elkton, Maryland for Knights of the Fallen. July the 14th from 12 to 6. We'll be at the Elkton VFW on High Street in Elkton, Maryland for those events. So mark your calendars for those dates if you live in the northeastern Maryland, southern Pennsylvania, Delaware, down on the eastern shore. Keep those events in mind over in Rock Hall in Elkton, Carroll County. I'll see you folks on June the 2nd. And Rock Hall, I'm hoping to see y'all Sunday, and the folks in Elkton again at Uncle Bob's this coming Saturday. We'll keep you posted tomorrow and Friday during the program for those events. Also, our sponsors, the guys and gals that help keep me here and help get me back here, Mr. DeVille at DeVille Ink Tattoo and Piercing Company on Eastern Avenue in Baltimore, Maryland. If you've got a tattoo in mind, he's got the talent to bring it to fruition. One of the most popular tattoo shops here in the Mid-Atlantic region. He's been on Tattoo Angels. His shop and himself was featured on there. Go by and get a little celebrity in your day by checking out Mr. Tony DeVille at DeVille Inc. Tattoo and Piercing Company. We appreciate them. Up in Oliphant, Pennsylvania, our dear friends at Custom Auto and Cycles, Mr. Jerry Tully and crew, they do fantastic work from customization of cars, street rods, insurance work for that little fender bender you had in the grocery store parking lot. And when it comes to bikes, there's none other like Jerry Tully. He builds them sleek, sexy, and fast. If you need some customization done on your bike, whether it's fabrication work, paint job, or whatever you need, Mr. Tully and the folks at Custom Auto and Cycle have it for you. This is the Walrus Attacks podcast for your hump day. Coming up a little later in the program, I'll have your dose of dope, your dose of positive energy. The weather today, everybody needs, if nothing else is wrong, the gloomy, doom impending kind of weather atmosphere outside makes you need a little positive energy, if nothing else. Well, I'm here to help you get over the hump and be sliding into the weekend just like you was a Major League Baseball player stealing second base. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Don't forget to share our podcast. The link's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on my Spreaker page. You can listen live 10 a.m. till close to 1. I get 12:30, till I run out of steam, run out of gas, or run out of things to talk about, whichever happens first. But I'm here with you till then. It's Wednesday, y'all. Welcome to the program.
Louisiana, it'll mean no swamp where lives an alligator in Louisiana town. Got a quote to Donald Frone and a diamond on his tail. And everybody wants for an alligator bag. Run into town day all night, need an alligator with a big old bite. My name is Tom, and I survive, call me my swamp. I take your life, I take your life. While the poor man's holds down, the fool stumbles home in the moonlight. Home in the moonlight. Warhorn in a fishing on a hot summer day. Where he ran into a hunter when it hit him on the head. You've been causing trouble around these parts all my life. Gonna be the first one, gonna make it out alive. Into town day all night, me and Dad'll get her with a big old bag. My name is Tom, and I survive. Call me my swan. I take your life. Home in the moonlight. Stumbles home in the moonlight. Day on so happen hasn't happened in years. Old Tom started crying them alligator tears. Hunter felt sorry and he lowered down his gun. Tom wasn't crying, he was staring at the sun. Running to town day or night, me an old alligator with a big old bite. My name is Tom, and I survive, Come to my swamp, I take your life, I take your life. While the poor man stumbles down, the fool stumbles home, home in the moonlight. Stumbles home in the moonlight. Stumbles home in the moonlight.
Happy Hump Day, Walrus Nation. This is the Walrus Attacks podcast on Spreaker.com. Thanks for tuning in. We're coming up on that 11 o'clock hour. Well, we got about 6 minutes. And I need to take a moment here to address a couple of things. I'm going to address everybody all at once because I've been getting messages on my phone and through Messenger on Facebook. Yes, if you live in the Baltimore metropolitan area and you listen to the Kirk and Marianne show yesterday around 5 o'clock, a few minutes after, yes, that was yours truly that phoned into Kirk and Marianne and shared my story about the doctor who told me I was the healthiest drug addict alcoholic he's ever examined. I was excited to talk to him. They were talking about it, and I thought, I'll take a chance. And lo and behold, I got through, and they were willing to talk to me. So, yes, that was me calling into 98 Rock yesterday evening. If you were on your way home and caught the Kirk and Marianne show, be sure to check them out. They're funny. They got a good groove going and a good chemistry between them. They're entertaining to listen to and always playing good tunes because, it's 98 Rock. So, but yes, that was me. And then for Roadho, your new favorite song, I believe you were referring to the opening song, Moonshine. That's done by Joe Cat, brother, and you can download that song on iTunes. Just search Joe Cat or go to his Facebook page, Joe Cat, and there'll be a link to his music there. But yes, that is a Joe Cat original, and it's been my opening song for a very long time, probably almost as long as I've been doing this, even way back when. So Joe Cat, very cool dude. Had the opportunity to hang out with him numerous times, and he's as cool as the music he writes. He's just got that thing about him. And so there's where you can find that song, Roadho, if you want to download it. It's by Joe Cat, and the title is called Moonshine, simply Moonshine. The other day, as we were spending time together, I shared with you one of my jokes about if you put 8 people in, and it's one of my bits. I get people to stand up. I picked 8 audience members, stand up and say, the CDC says 1 out of 4 Americans suffers from mental illness. So I get 3 people to sit down. That leaves me 5. And then 1 out of 5 suffers from herpes. So I get 4 to sit down. And leave it mathematically possible for a herpes-infested lunatic to be in our presence. Well, once, that gets a giggle. Well, now this story makes it even more complicated because as STDs go, the clap has now turned into an applause because apparently new strains of gonorrhea have developed or evolved and are no longer responsive to antibiotics. So now there is a new super STD out there that you can't get rid of. And in this story, what got my attention was, okay, now for, dating sucks bad enough now as it is. Now you can't get rid of the clap. Come on. There was an individual that was featured in this article. And he is the one that coined the phrase, the applause. Mark King has had the clap so many times, he's named it the applause. the first time this fella got gonorrhea was as a teenager in the late 70s. He got it again in the 90s, and now as he's continued to get it, the antibiotics aren't working anymore. And he's not the only one. This is systematic. So for all you, freaks, sex addicts, and just all-out hoes, male or female, your life just got a little more complicated, because if you've had a history of repeat incidences of gonorrhea, first off, let's talk about this. Find a different pool, a pond to fish in, because everything you're pulling out to date is you're fishing in a diseased pond, man. Good Lord. You ain't living in one of those retirement homes in Florida yet where STDs are rampant and raging. You just a dude out here walking on the street that keeps dipping your wick in a dirty pool or something. I don't know, but you're going to have to figure that out. Good Lord. Gonorrhea is rising up against us now. Herpes, okay, you keep that forever like luggage. But now this makes me glad I'm not young and single anymore. Not that Pam Pie hadn't thought about making me single again, but so I'm surprised she's kept me this long. But at least I ain't young. Good Lord. The things people will put in stories. And why would you admit that you've had gonorrhea so many times that you've named it the applause? That just looks bad on you all the way around. First, all you date is nasty people. And second of all, you apparently got urges you can't control. And not exactly sure if you know what soap and water is. Walrus Nation, it's Wednesday. We're looking forward to the weekend. I don't know what your plans are. Myrtle Beach Bike Week's happening. Our buddy Road Ho is on his way down there. We may get him to try to call in Friday and let us know how the rally's going, and keep you updated on as far as the weather and what it will dictate as our event schedule for this weekend pans out. This is the Walrus Attack Show. I hope you're enjoying it, because I'm having a ball. Welcome to the program, y'all.
I'm breaking away. Every piece of stone there in the shape of what is waiting to be free. And if it may take its wings and fly the sea of change, I pray the storm don't blow him down. You know I'm breaking away. Yes, I am breaking away. Oh, today. I said today. Raging that gale, gather your wind and trim in your sail, and ride the wave to where you're bound. Then open your eyes and see the light on the other side, falling below on solid ground. Don't you know I'm breaking away? Yes, I am breaking away. Oh, today, yeah. I said today. I'm breaking away. Every piece of stone there in the shape of what is waiting to be free.
Happy Wednesday to you, Walrus Nation. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. I'm having a ball being here with you today, hanging out with two buddies as they travel down the road. Spoo, I hope you're having a smooth ride down to Ocean City and Road-ho. I hope the road is clear and open for you. Get down below D.C. and all that weird, crazy traffic. Once you get below Richmond, it ought to be a whole lot better, and I hope you have a smooth ride all the way into Myrtle Beach. And consider that, brother. I'll get a hold of you here later on this afternoon or tonight when you get down to Myrtle Beach. Maybe we'll set up a phone in for you to let us that can't be there in Myrtle Beach. Let us know what's going on and how much fun you're having. And as you travel, remember, stories about crazy people are popping up everywhere. We've all heard stories about road rage, right? We all heard it, maybe even have experienced it. Maybe you were the rager, or maybe you were the person being raged at. But the levels people will go to over dumb things. As we go to Ann Arbor, Michigan, where a man was just trying to do his job Monday night. He was a delivery driver. Pulls up in Walgreens, got a few packages to unload, pulls up, parks his truck. Man, 24-year-old man comes out and begins to argue with him over his car being blocked in. Now, you know, these delivery drivers are on a schedule. Your FedEx, your UPS guys, you know, they're out there getting it, man. They got hundreds of packages to deliver in a day's time. They're not going to be anywhere too long because they got the next stop to get to. Well, the 24-year-old suspect wasn't buying it, began to argue with the delivery driver, pushed him. The delivery driver pushed him back. Then the 24-year-old pulled out a gun and started opened fire on the delivery driver. Thank God he was shot in the stomach, and the 43-year-old man was taken to the University of Michigan hospital and is expected to be okay, according to police, and they did arrest the 24-year-old man. Now, here's the Walrus' perspective on this. A young millennial, 24 years old, doesn't realize that the world doesn't revolve around him because at some point in his life, everybody gave this little spoiled brat a trophy for anything and everything he did, no matter how bad he sucked at it. Well, apparently he has a real problem understanding how life works. People work, things have to be delivered, trucks have to drive, yada, yada, yada. You know, all that stuff you order off Amazon, dumbass, well, some truck has to bring it to you. And sometimes you're inconvenienced because other people's lives are going on this planet just as well. But today's generation, I don't think, understands that. And as soon as life, even the simplest of things, inconveniences them, oh, it's appropriate to pull out a pistol and shoot this dude because I didn't want to wait for him to take one more box off that truck. I don't understand human mentality anymore. Where do these ideas go off in your head and go, yeah, it's a good idea to pull his gun out and shoot this guy today? Why? You in that big a damn hurry? You shouldn't have been shopping at Walgreens. You know, I went to a convenience store, not a drug store. There's a difference. And okay, if you needed your medicine, well, your medicine wouldn't be there if those delivery trucks wasn't bringing it in. So just take a deep breath. Woosah. Remember, you're in control of you. Things only upset you. Things only enrage you because you let them. Remember, we got to have that sense of autonomy, Walrus Nation. We're responsible for us. We are the only, and that's the only thing we're in control of is our attitudes. Life's only 90% of life is not what happens to you. 90% of your life is how you handle the 10% that happens to you. The other 90% is controlled by your attitude and how you look at things. Pam and I had a real deep conversation last night about that, about perspective and things that have happened in our past where I was like, wow, that was awesome. And she was like, holy crap, I don't ever want to do that again. It is your perspective, and it's all about how you view it. Try to be a little more open-minded and have a little broader spectrum and broader view of life. It'll make you a lot happier. It'll make your life a lot smoother. And everybody wants that. This is the Walrus Attacks podcast for Wednesday, May the 16th, 2018. I'm thrilled to be here with you. I'm glad I hope you're glad to be here with me. Don't forget to check out the folks that help us be here and take care of us. And for your dentistry needs, I got to give a shout out to Churchville Family Dentistry, Dr. Phillips and her staff there. Wonderful people. I'd rather take a beating than go to the dentist. I mean, it's one of the, I don't like it. Not a pleasant experience for me. The dentist never has been. But Dr. Phillips and the crew, they make you feel very comfortable. They're very gentle, no matter what, whether it's a root canal and a crown like I have, or I'm dealing with now, or the repair to my teeth after the accident. I broke a couple or cracked a few. I didn't break any off, but I did crack a few, and she did what was necessary to help me save my natural teeth so I don't have to have any fake choppers, and they do accept most PPO insurances and are accepting new patients. So if you're looking for a new dentist or a dentist for your family, if you're new to the area, be sure you check out Churchville Family Dentistry. And if I was a good advertiser, I'd have their phone number, but I'll get it. I'll work on that tomorrow. Tomorrow's goal is to remember Churchville Family Dentistry's phone number. Welcome to the program, y'all. Welcome to my insanity.
Tonight we're going to a shakedown party. Under the stars, you will be dancing. Here I brought you an invitation. Tonight we're going to a shakedown party. Under the stars, you will be dancing. I'll keep on in the one concentration, moving in the right direction. Under the stars, your wishes come true. Try your weaving eyes, girl. No need to shed no tears. Try your weaving eyes, girl. No need to shed no tears. One come cuss. Got no tears. Jaja alone. Want no friend. We want no trouble now. Dry your weeping eyes, girl. No need to shed no tears. Dry your weeping eyes, girl. No need to shed no tears. Invitation. Tonight we're going to a shakedown party. Under the stars, you will be dancing. Here I brought you an invitation.
concentration. Tonight we're going to a shakedown party. Under the stars, you will be dancing. I'll keep them in one concentration. What? Moving in the right direction. Under the stars, your wishes come true. Hit it! John Paul Jones, blood!
Happy Hump Day, Walrus Nation. Hope you're enjoying this fabulous Wednesday, despite Mother Nature's gloomy kind of attitude last night and today. Doesn't look like there's going to be a whole lot of relief from the storms and rain all the way through Sunday. Though the chances on Sunday look a whole lot less than they did yesterday, and I'm hoping Saturday does the same thing. Today's show's been focusing on the level of insanity that's going on in our world, and we just seem to blow it off like no big deal. Already shared the parking lot story with the truck driver. Now we go to Florida, where in a grocery store, now here's the story. Lady is in line with her grocery cart, realizes she forgot something, leaves her cart in line like it's holding her place, and apparently is gone a little longer than she anticipated. When she returns, another woman has backed her cart up and got in front of her and started checking out. Well, that was apparently an almost fatal mistake, because the woman who left her cart pulls a gun on the woman and starts flipping out. And the grocery store is not even safe anymore. Don't block a car in, and for God's sakes, don't cut in line in the grocery market. Are people on that thin of an edge that even the slightest little thing pushes you to snap to that level of response and anger and rage that your car's blocked in for a minute or two while a driver does his job, or you forgot something and somebody else just says, okay, well, I don't know when you're coming back, so I'm going to go ahead. No, the people honestly believe the world revolves around them, and if you do anything to interfere or hinder their life's progress, you deserve death. I've got to wait in line now because I forgot something and you took opportunity to get in front of me. Where is your sense of autonomy there? I was the one that forgot something. You have every right to not wait for me, to go ahead of me. No, that's not the concept. You should have waited, and now that you didn't, I'm going to shoot you dead. Now, she didn't shoot the woman. The situation was dialed down, and de-escalated, and then, of course, the police had to show up, and, that always goes well. And honesty and integrity, where is that? Once again, we're back in Florida, where a convenience store worker has been caught pre-scratching the lottery tickets. You go buy scratch-offs. You can get them in $1, $2, $5, $10, $20. I think they sell them up to damn $20, $25. So the convenience store worker is scratching these, don't know the details, but was doing it inconspicuously because he'd been doing it for a while till they got too comfortable, and a customer bought a ticket, looked at it, and realized, hey, that's a line through there that you can almost identify what's under it. Notified police. Police watched some surveillance video, and sure enough, this chick's cashing in all of the winners and selling all of the losers to people. I'm buying this one. You already know it's a winner. Where's your honesty and integrity? None. No sympathy or understanding for other people's lives. We are very, very self-centered, selfish bunch of people. And as humans, we should be ashamed of ourselves, but we're not. We have no shame, and I think we are evolving to a point where we got no damn couth. I forgot my tuna fish cans. They were on sale for $1. You shouldn't have cut in front of me. Now I have to wait on you. Well, why should somebody have to wait on you? You're nobody special. You're just another pawn in this big game of chess we call life. Occupy your square and be mindful of the other ones around you, right? It's a better way to live. I think so. The only thing we have, and I've already stated it once, but the only thing we have control over is our attitude. Work on trying to be a brighter person by finding the bright spots in your life. It's all about what you focus on. Quick story, just case in point. Was doing some work up at a body shop a couple years ago with my buddy Keith, and we had a colleague that would come use the frame machine at our shop every once in a while. Well, he's over there doing his work, banging away, beating on it. And we're looking at it going, man, that had to go say, hey, Dave, that don't look like it's coming out right. And he said, yeah, I know, just don't look at it. And in simplicity and sarcasm, yeah, if you don't look at it, you don't notice it. But in reality, we do that a lot in life. Everything else in life will be perfect, straight, smooth sailing. But one little flaw in the overall big picture, and that's what we seem to focus on and constantly think about all the time. And when you focus on negative, it causes negative to grow. But if you don't give it any attention, it doesn't blossom in your mind, and that seed of negativity is never watered or allowed to take root. So sometimes when negativity jumps up in your life, you got to adapt the philosophy. Don't look at it. This is the Walrus Attack Show for Wednesday, May the 16th, 2018. I'll be back with your daily dope. A little music break here from some young ladies called Mama's Black Sheep. We've always liked them. I hope you'll enjoy them too.
You live right outside of my town. I'm always wondering where you're hanging around. I look for you at the laundromat and down by the market and out at your favorite park where you read your books till after dark. But I can't find you at all. Guess I should tell you when I call that it's better when I'm with you. It feels good when you are near. Everything just falls into place. You're the only one for me. Without about is loving you. I just can't tell you that till you decide that you love me too. So when that phone rings, it just might be mine, with you on the end of the line, saying it's better when I'm with you. It feels good when you are near. Everything just falls into place. You're the only one for me. Without you I am lonely. Your life is good, but it's better when I'm with you. I'm better with you. Life's better with you. I'm better with you. Life's better with you. I'm better with you. You live right outside of my town. I'm always wondering where you're hanging around.
Light blinds my eyes as the sun begins to appear. This morning I wake up and go slow, 'cause I know my calendar is clear. The day for lies ahead, no set chores, nothing needing to get done. Summertime is the right time for everyone to have some fun. I can ride a bike, read a book, take a walk off like I ain't. Lie around, do nothing all day, till the middle of the night. Sleep late, forget what I ate, I've got no plans for the time. I can ride a bike, read a book, take a walk off like I ain't. Got myself some time off so I can do anything I want. I could plan a trip or take staycation, eating out at fancy restaurants. If it's too hot out, then I'll stay inside and soak me up some AC. Then go out at night when it's right. This is my time to be free. I can ride a bike, read a book, take a walk off like I ain't. Lie around, do nothing all day, till the middle of the night. Sleep late, forget what I ate, I've got no plan for the time. I can ride a bike, read a book, take a walk off like I ain't. Every plan's are made for all the things you wanna get done. But in summertime, the only plans you should make up for having fun. Lie around, another long day. I can ride a bike, read a book, take a walk off like I ain't. Lie around, do another long day. In the middle of the night, sleep late, forget what I ate, I've got no plan for the time. I can ride a bike, read a book, take a walk off like I ain't. I can ride a bike, read a book, take a walk like I ain't. Lie around, do all the day.
Happy Wednesday, Walrus Nation. That song by Sean Dina. It's called Summer Song. It sounds a little chaotic to me, and I don't know if that's supposed to be a verbal example of, how hectic and chaotic summertime is with all the cookouts, vacations, and travel people try to get done in the summertime. I don't know, but that's his song. It's his music, and we enjoy it. Summer song, and I know it describes a lot of stuff you do in the summer, but the chaotic part always gets to me. It makes you want to get up and do something. It energizes you just trying to keep up with it. It's time for your daily dope, your dose of positive energy, a little something to study on when things start to aggravate you. Think about this. We are all created in a very similar fashion. If, good Lord willing, you were born with 4 arms, 4 legs, 10 fingers, 10 toes, and all the parts in the right places. But we're also very unique and individuals. And for that purpose, we come together in communities, neighborhoods, and congregate together. That old philosophy of birds of a feather flock together. Well, I don't know if that's actually true. To an extent it is, and yes, I go along with that. But as we gather friends in our lives and build our circle of friends, our tight-knit group, what we call our inner circle. Robert De Niro in Meet the Fockers called it a circle of confidence or circle of trust or something like that. When you get those people, you find people who you can help and who can help you. Their strengths are different than yours. Yours are different than theirs. We help each other, and that connectivity is what helps us build special bonds. It's not liking photos on Facebook. It's the people you associate with and travel life with to a certain extent. Not just your significant other, but your group and circle of friends. And each and every one of us are all here for a special reason. And I think we get caught up in what the proverbial rat race of life. You still have a special gift. There's still something about you that makes you different than everybody else. And for some of us, it's very different to the point where we're just like weirder than everybody else. But you're special. You have a uniqueness about you that was given to you for a reason. And we make mistakes and we get caught up in our past. We let our past lock us down and become a prisoner to it. But for a better, more prosperous and positive life, we should take time to remember we are special and unique and learn from our mistakes. And instead of being a prisoner of our past, use what you've learned and be the architect of your future. You've trial and error is what life is all about. Not like he's the greatest philosopher on the world, but I read a quote this morning from John Bon Jovi. He said the key to success is getting knocked down 9 times, but getting up 10. You got to get up that last time. You got to keep trying. Don't let life knock you down. And when it does, you have a choice. And it'll be on the back of one of my shirts coming up soon, the next order. But when life throws you in a ditch, you have the choice to get up or not. Make the choice to be the architect of your future. Your mistakes have been training grounds and learning opportunities. Learn from them. Figure out what didn't go right. Use what did go right. And be the architect of your own future. That's the best advice I can give you today, is to keep that in mind. Ponder on that a little while and take advantage of the lessons you've learned. Don't let them beat you up and hold you prisoner. Take the good out of it, learn from it, move on and build the future you dream of and you desire for you and your family. That's your daily dope for this Wednesday, May the 16th, 2018. I've got a little more fun and a little more entertainment and a little more music still to come before we call it a day. Welcome to the program, y'all, and don't forget your daily dope.
I can't believe what's happening. I'm straight up
There we go. Close that down. Happy Wednesday to you, Walrus Nation. Hope you're enjoying this Wednesday despite Mother Nature's unwillingness to let us see the sunshine here in the Mid-Atlantic. I hope the sun's shining where you are and the weather's beautiful, whatever your day entails. I hope it goes smooth for you. For you vapors, you know, those folks who like to create those big clouds of steam, fumes, whatever the hell they are, smoking antifreeze or whatever the hell it is. Vapes, they are electronic, which means they have a power source. Well, guess what? Turns out vaping can kill you faster than cigarettes can. Pinellas County, Florida, 38-year-old man, autopsy report says the electronic cigarette created a projectile wound on the victim's head, penetrating his skull and brain. It's the first e-cigarette death in the United States, according to FEMA. For some reason, FEMA keeps statistics on e-cigarettes. The medical examiner says the vape was a Smoke E Mountain Mechanical Works, a type of unregulated mechanical cigarette, which on online description says does not come with safety features. Get that shut down. Something started playing on one of those damn pop-up commercials when you're on a site, you know, researching or reading a story. Damn pop-up commercials, and because I was wanting to listen to something earlier, forgot to kill the speaker, and then they just automatically play. But now you got to worry about your e-cigarettes blowing up. Now, I've heard stories and know one of personally a radio personality here in the Mid-Atlantic, Mickey Cucella, a year or two go back, had a vape thing in his pocket, and the battery kind of exploded, burned his leg. But this one actually exploded and took a guy out. So now, you know, you want to smoke a cigarette and die in 20 years, or smoke a vape and take a chance on not making it till tomorrow? That's scary. That kind of creeps me out, and I know a lot of people that vape. So, you know, if you've got one of those type that, whatever it was I said a minute ago, I'll have to pull it back up here, and I'll give it to you before you close the show. And if you got one of those type, get rid of it. Go get something else, because that's a kind of irony, isn't it? You smoke a vape because you don't want to die from lung cancer, and then the vape blows up and takes you out. When it's your time, it's your time. It don't matter what you're doing, you're going to go. But I wouldn't play Russian roulette with those vape-style cigarettes. This is the Wednesday edition of the Walrus Attacks podcast. We're glad you're here with us. Looking forward to the weekend, despite Mother Nature's forecast, or whatever Mother Nature does, not her forecast. The weathermen are forecasting it, and it sounds like she's still going to be in a pissed-off mood till then. So we're hoping that she gets it out of her system by Friday, and that Saturday and Sunday's projected forecast will clear up, because I'm looking forward to being over there at the Outlawed Jamboree in the woods. It's at Uncle Bob's over there in Cecil County, and I think the actual address is Elkton or Northeast, but it's close to Rising Sun, or maybe it's in Rising somewhere. Uncle Bob's Corral in the Woods. You can find that on Facebook. You can also find Outlawed, it's ED on the end, Outlawed Jamboree in the Woods. Find that. They'll give you address, directions. There's a whole list of musicians that are going to be there. Good Lord willing, weather permits, I'll be there with your Crazy Bitch Entertainment and Thunder Walrus shirts, also your white trash shirts. And if the weather's good, I'll have the choppers there. You can come by, say hi, sit on them, have your picture made, whatever you want to do with them, other than take them home with you. You can't do that. Let's make that very clear. You're allowed to take pictures, and you can even sit on them. That's all you can do with them. Don't take them home, because I'm really kind of fond of them, and I'd be upset. I don't want to. I don't want people to see me cry, so don't steal my motorcycles or my lunch money. I only get a certain amount every day, and I don't I don't want y'all to take it from me. So come by, say hi, buy a shirt, have your picture made with one of the choppers, and enjoy a great day of music, man. There's a whole lineup of entertainment that's going to be there. If you're a music fan and fan of the outdoors and those type of music festivals, that's what this one's going to be. It's going to be a really good time. And then on Sunday down in Rock Hall, it's on the Chesapeake Bay, man, and there's a lot of little cool bars around there. I've had the opportunity to spend some time in Rock Hall and checked out a few of their drinking establishments. The food was always good. The beverages were even better. So if Sunday's weather works out and you're looking for a ride destination for an afternoon, it's Rock Hall on the eastern shore of Maryland. Check out Rock Hall Spring Bike Fest 2018 on Facebook. Get all the details and information you need there, and I'll look forward to seeing you in Rock Hall. Stick around. I'll be back to wrap it up and call it a day here. Got actually got two more segments, so I'm going to be here a little longer than I thought. We're creeping up on that lunchtime hour. Is your belly getting hungry? Mine is.
Destiny. away. But I made up my mind, and now you're fine. I'm pushing you away. I used to walk with that bull and chain, the devil on my back, just a calling out my name. Yeah, I cried that long, and now this life is gold, and I won't go back, no, for fear of a lost soul. Like an addiction, it came over me. Nicotine that sting my fingers, it's a part of me. I can't wipe it off, and it won't fade away. But I made up my mind, and now you're fine. I'm pushing you away.
Happy Wednesday, Walrus Nation. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And Roadho, don't worry, brother. I've got you for a little while longer, mi amigo. He sent me a text message, told me to get Pampa to get me a Red Bull because he's got a long drive. He needed a little more walrus for the trip. So this one will turn you on or tear you up. I'm not sure which. Walk this journey with me, Walrus Nation. You're a high school agricultural teacher. You teach in the ag department in Marion County, Florida, a little school called Forest High School. And your ag department, like every other one, struggles with financial issues and funding and resources for all of the things you need to do. And the last thing you need is Mother Nature's little rodents running around in your ag department's outdoor projects and growing areas and eating your lettuce and green bean plants and what have you. So you think it's time to teach your students a lesson in how to take control of a situation. So you set up a couple of traps. Catch yourself a few of those nuisance animals that are wreaking havoc in your school's projects and growing projects. And after you've caught a few of them, you're going to give your students the ultimate lesson in how to deal with a nuisance. So you bring a bucket of water and get the students to help you drown these animals. I can't make this up, y'all. This is no kidding. A Forest High School agricultural teacher was placed on administrative leave with pay on Tuesday after students said the teacher drowned nuisance animals in class. Dewey Bruton is the school's agricultural teacher. He was removed from class pending the outcome of a district investigation, according to officials. School district spokesman Kevin Christian says, we received statements that the teacher drowned multiple animals in front of students and with students' participation because the animals were nuisance animals to the ag program at the school. Now, Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission issued a statement Tuesday saying it is looking into an incident that occurred at Forest High School in Marion County involving a raccoon. The agency said its officers are investigating to determine the legality of what occurred. What about the morality of it? Kids, you don't know how well they're going to handle this kind of blatant violence. Now, I'm sure that raccoon didn't go down easy. You know, he wasn't going to lay there and let them people hold it underwater and drown it. And drowning is not a pleasant thing to watch. Anything drowning or any body, person, any living creature drowning is not, it can be a little traumatic to watch. What in the hell was that teacher thinking? Where do we get these people at? What kind of vetting process are we going through to select these type of folks? I mean, really? This is the lesson you're going to teach your high school ag students. Well, when these little bastards get out of hand, you just go around them and dunk their head in the watering trough for the cows. The cows won't mind. Just change the water because the raccoon's liable to crap all in it when he's drowning. Really? What lesson did that teach them? Don't have a conscience. If it's that big a nuisance, just kill it and move on. That's why you end up with people pulling guns on ladies in the grocery store. Or the FedEx drivers trying to deliver medicine to Walgreens, for God's sakes. Unbelievable, the things that we see happen nowadays. I think it's because we don't govern ourselves very well. Do you? I mean, I remember back in the day when I was a kid, we didn't even live in what you would call a neighborhood. We lived in an area. Webster Village was behind us. We just lived on Earlton Road, all right, outside of Haverty Grace. But every house between my grandparents' house and the gravel pit I lived at knew who I was, knew what limits I was allowed to live within, and they all governed all the kids. The Harvey kids, the Bowmans, me and Matthew, the bishop, we had different last names. Well, Matthew's a bishop. I'm a bishop by blood, but not by name. We were just known as the bishop grandkids. And everybody knew us and watched us. The Lacey's, David and Donnie and Lacey's, they were all watched. If you were anywhere between the gravel pits and anyone but's house, the adults knew you. The adults knew your parents. The adults wasn't afraid to call your parents, and there's a few of it wasn't afraid to bust your little ass and send you home and then call my grandparents. And I got it again when I got home. That only happened once, but I deserved it. I was running that soup cooler a little too much and smarted off to somebody else's parents. And, all right, you think you're little Mr. Smarty Britches? We'll show you. And bam, I got educated on what respect was, and then I went home and got taught again what respect was and how not to smart off to folks. But we don't govern ourselves anymore. We don't set standards in our communities. We're afraid of offending somebody, or they're going to, get back at us in some way. No, be brave enough to go, hey, there's certain way we live around here, and we watch each other's children, and we help make sure our kids know what respect is and all that good stuff. Everybody's so disconnected. Remember how I said before, yesterday's show we talked about Paul Fabiano being out on the road and you usually trucking with another vendor, so you travel in pairs. Something happens, you got backup. There's always a support vehicle for one or the other. and the ability to interact with each other, create a sense of community, and stop liking so many Facebook pages, get to know each other and what everybody stands for, Not like that anymore. We'll just let anybody do anything, and you can't ask too many questions so that you can find out if these guys like a crazy person that'll drown raccoons in your kid's high school classroom. No, you just got to wait till it happens and then deal with. Why can't we be proactive and somebody be brave enough to go, yeah, you seem a little shady. I want to talk to you a little more. That's not profiling. Shady. It don't matter whether you're in a three-piece suit, in a white-collar job, making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, or if you put on work boots and go finish concrete every day, or you put on a tool belt and build houses, or you drive a truck and deliver goods and merchandise. It don't matter. If you're shady, you're shady. And if that's profiling, well, yeah, we're going to profile all the shady people into one group. And you're not being picked on for any other reason than you seem shady. Well, what's your definition of shady? Somebody I don't trust, and for some reason my gut tells me not to trust you, so I'm going to follow my gut, and I ain't going to be worried about politically correct. We are naturally born with survival instincts. The human race didn't make it through the Ice Age and the dinosaurs and all that crap because we didn't have a survival instinct in us. But I think because we have to be so politically correct and worry about who we offend, we're dulling that sense down. We don't listen to our gut much anymore. We don't go by that instinct. Something's telling me not to get too close or let this person get too close or not do business with this person. Well, why don't you think this is a good deal? Because you seem shady. And then people get offended and then they don't talk to you no more. Well, that's all right. I prefer shade. If I perceive you as whether you are not shady or not, perception is the first line of defense. And whether people want to admit it or not, they look at you, perceive you to be a certain way, and will judge you accordingly from that day forward until they get to something to prove them different, or you open up to them and let them say, hey, look, just because I'm long-haired and talk about smoking weed and drinking all the time, tattooed up and love my motorcycles, doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I might be a little too blunt and a little too raw for people. Never afraid to cuss or spit in front of you. But along that, I'm a wonderful guy to hang around with. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge a book by its cover, but you always get a sense from people. You feel people's vibe. Something about that person, I get an uncomfortable vibe. We get those for a reason. It's our own instincts. It's our own survival. Learn to follow that a little bit more instead of the laws of politically correctness. And if somebody's feelings get hurt, well, get rid of them. That's what I did. I don't have any feelings anymore. Man, they don't ever get hurt. I got one last nerve, and some people jump on that, but I got rid of my feelings. This is the Walrus Attack Show for Wednesday, May the 16th, 2018. I'm sure, Spoo, you was close to Ocean City an hour ago. You're probably already there, brother. Enjoy your time. And, Roadho, all I can tell you is stand on it, brother, because I got about another 30, 40 minutes, and then you're going to have to listen to previous day shows or pull up YouTube and listen to some of my comedy bits. You can do that, too. Or I could just start a whole new show, and this is Wednesday's edition, part 2, especially for Roadho's trip to Myrtle Beach. I wonder how much attention I could get with that. We might try it. Here's a little more music for you. Welcome to the show, y'all.
break free. I don't play this game. You cannot take me down. 'Cause I'll always stand my ground. You cannot take me down. 'Cause I remain so free and proud. Yeah, these chains are part of life, but you know they're a necessary evil. All my days are full of strife, and now it's time for me to break on. I break on, I break on, I break on. You cannot take me down. 'Cause I'll always stand my ground. You cannot take me down. 'Cause I remain so free and proud. You cannot take me down. 'Cause I'll always stand my ground. 'Cause you cannot take me down. 'Cause I remain so free and proud. You can try, yes you will, but you cannot take me down. 'Cause I was born with this free will, and you cannot change me down.
Alrighty, Walrus Nation, it's at lunchtime hour. I hope you've got something good to fill that little empty spot in your belly. And it's time now to get out your pen and paper and notepads. We're going to recap and sum up all we've covered today, and there will be a test tomorrow. So notes will be easy. You won't need a lot. You can put on a voice recorder, or you can go back and play the last 5 minutes of this podcast later on when you get home. But first, your daily dope. Your dose of positive energy is make a mindset and an agreement with yourself that you will not be a prisoner to your past. You will learn from your mistakes and be the architect of your future. Second lesson, we're going to try to get through the day without pulling a gun on somebody else in the grocery store or not shoot the FedEx driver in Walgreens. Those are 2 goals for the day. We're going to get through the day without pulling a gun on anyone or shooting anyone today. We are also going to do our best to think things through completely and try to avoid making decisions that lead us to do things in front of children that are left. There's better ways to deal with nuisance animals. So try not to drown anything, any kind of critter or rodent in front of children today, okay? Those are the notes and highlights. Tomorrow there will be a test. What did you learn yesterday? What were our goals? And how did we do, Walrus Nation? Were you able to make it through the day without shooting anyone? Were you able to make it through the day without drowning any nuisance animals in front of young children? And did you remember to be the architect of your future and not the prisoner of your past? I hope you do. I hope the remainder of your day is a fabulous one. Road-ho, continued safe travels, mi amigo, and I appreciate you, Spoo, 32 miles out of Ocean City, and I'm still in your ear, brother. I hope you have a great time. Safe travels back. Enjoy yourself, Road-ho and Walrus Nation. I'll be back here again tomorrow for another Daily Dope and another Walrus Attacks podcast here on Spreaker.com. Peace, y'all.
Always another fading memory back to haunt me. Always another broken promise in your hand. Across the desert of my days gone by, through the forest of my darkness, up the mountains of the truth I'm banned, and I am through the waters of my greatest fears. Turn me into water, let me wash upon your face. Take away the salt that blinds your eyes. Turn me into sunlight, let me shine upon your hands. Fill you with the truth and kill the lies. Always another fading memory back to haunt me. Always another broken promise in your hand. Always another charming whisper here to taunt me. Always another silent scream sinks in the sand.
across the landfills of my discarded good intentions. Through the valley of my dreams I follow you, tripping over stones of unexpected new dimensions, trying to make sense the landmarks of a fool. Stop the silent screams that wake me from my slumber. Stop the senseless pounding of my heart. Stop the boundless passion before it drags me under. Stop the guilty mind before it starts. Always another faded memory back to haunt me. Always another broken promise in your hand. Always another charming whisper here to taunt me. Always another silent scream sinks in the sand.